Yeah, I mean they're really really good, and you need to have. You don't have to play perfect, but you got to play close to perfect to have a chance to win against them. They're that good, but I mean, I was happy. I was disappointed with how we played in the first half. I didn't feel we were playing the way we have been playing the last 4 games, but to their credit, they came out, rallied around. I think we cut it to 1. Forced timeout. To Green Bay's credit, they managed to go on a little run of their own and create a little bit of cushion. But it looked a lot different than it did at Green Bay, which is, I mean, I'm happy for that. We're going to go back and watch the film. There's plenty of things that we can get from this and try to improve on down the stretch these last 3 games.
You haven't been the head coach for the entirety of the stretch of this senior class this year, but you've been here for the entirety. You've been here as long as Coach Barnes has been here. How much have those 6 girls meant to this program?
Yeah, I mean they're a great group of young ladies. They're competitors. They're great ambassadors for the university. They do great in the classroom. Like we're proud of all of them. Two of the 6 I think have been here for quite a while. But even our transfers in have impacted us in a great way. So we're proud of how they've carried themselves in a Penguin uniform.
3 games left in the season. How important is this to put in the back of your mind and move forward when you have a chance to?
Yeah, that's a good question, and it's very important. Like we got to go back and look at things that we didn't do well and talk about that, but we've got to flush this one pretty quick and start getting ready for NKU and not let the effects of this game linger and carry on to the next one.
Speaking of this game, it's real close afterward, but what do you think you learned from this one? I mean, tough Green Bay team comes in here.
Yeah, I mean they're good. We weren't ourselves when we played at their place the first time, and it was a very lopsided win. We had 2 starters that might have combined played 8 to 10 minutes in the first half of the game, so that was tough because of foul trouble. But I mean they're a good team. I felt like if we come out in the first half and we're a little more locked in and a little more detail oriented, maybe the outcome looks a little bit different than the would they win by 15 or something like that. So I feel like we've got a little bit of fight in us, and we're going to be able to possibly keep this thing moving on at the end.
What's your thought process when you're trying to balance minutes, especially for Emily Saunders today? Because I saw in the second quarter you pulled her out, and then you said that's my fault as she came to the bench. And obviously she was very effective today, 19 points, 11 rebounds.
She did this. So between this and my bad looks the same. And when she came over and told me after she was coming out, she's like, I meant my bad. And I was like, well, it looked like you wanted out. So that's what happened.
Speaking of her minutes, I mean, on the road, she had a lot less minute production, 20-ish minutes per game. Today she saw almost 30. I mean, a lot of production from her that has to be good going down the stretch, especially from one of your star players.
Yeah. Green Bay has a harder time game planning for Emily than they do Lindsay, and it's not anything that Lindsay did or didn't do, but I do know as far as how they prep and do stuff. If Emily's having a good night, it's hard for them to kind of stop her.
Coach, you had a really hot start to the third quarter. Any adjustments you made at halftime to spark that little run there in the third quarter, bring it to 1?
Not really. I mean, we kind of emphasized just early screens and transition to early wing ball screens. But other than that, we were just being more aggressive, and we challenged them to come out and play with a little bit of passion, to not kind of go through the motions. I don't know if it was just the thought of it being senior day where they were too emotional or what it was, but No, we just asked them to come out and play the way we had been the last 4 games, and to their credit, they did.
We know the team can score points. I mean, just a couple games ago, it was 85 against Milwaukee. What's the key to making some of those shots that just like easy layups, stuff like that? What's the key to staying locked in? These easy moments that you need to follow through to win the game.
I mean, I think today maybe we were a little bit more concerned about their size when we were going to the rim, to where it was. I mean, here of late we've just tried to not necessarily put our head down, but try to be aggressive and just go through contact instead of like looking to see if the contact's coming. I felt that's kind of how we missed some easy ones. We missed some easy layups today that would have been nice to have that on the board for us, but we'll go back and work on that and practice this week and move forward.